Joe here from the Hitting Performance Lab. Mr. AJ, what's up, dude? Hitting evaluation, first day. So let's take a look at your swing in slow motion. I'm going to loop it for you. I don't know if you've ever seen this before. I know you probably, hopefully, saw your brothers. We'll just watch this a couple times through. I know this is pretty cool to see at your age. You kind of see what you like maybe, or what you see maybe happening that you know that maybe is something we're going to be changing. And then in a minute we're going to go over, let's go one more. We're going to go over your swing and talk about where we're at and where we're going to be going. Alright? So we already talked about the foundational part to our swing. So I like the way your setup here is with your feet, and our distance from the plate probably needed to change a little bit. We were a little bit close to the plate, so we used the end of the bat touching the inside corner of the plate, placing the knob on the middle of our front thigh in our front hand to make sure that we're the right distance away from the plate. Hand position's good with our bat angle and everything else. We got a nice little bend at the waist, which you can't really tell in the video, but I saw when we were working together. So I like that. And then we talked a little bit about grip, but grip's not going to be as big of a deal until your hands get a little bigger. But overall, good setup, good foundation, and let's take a look and see how we're doing on our vision. So vision, I took a look at this video yesterday, so it was actually pretty good. What was kind of funky though is that this back foot, watch what it does when you land. It kind of slips out and goes behind. I think what we're trying to do is we're trying to create some torque there, but our shoes might not be gripping the ground. Because I know what you're doing, or not that you're trying to do it, but I know what your body's trying to do, and I don't know if we're getting enough grip there in our foot. So, but when you got cleats on, I don't think that's really going to matter, and you'll have some good torque generated there. Torque being where it looks like this foot, you're trying to screw this foot in the ground in the direction it was going, so you're trying to screw it outside, screw it in the ground. Asdrubal Cabrera does this for the Indians. So, but anyway, other than that, want to look at where that heel drops, which is right there, the front heel. We're looking at this heel here. Okay, see this, how it drops, and then we're going to draw a circle around your head. Okay, so we shouldn't see your head move in. You shouldn't see your head move forward, back, up, or down out of that circle. It should stay right where it's at right now. Okay, not too bad, but it moves down. Look how far down you get with the head. It's good up until right there, or about right there, and then we just keep moving down. That's a low pitch. What we'll learn in the future is that low pitches, what we're going to do is, instead of getting down there with your legs, is what you're doing is you're dropping to get down there with your legs. We're actually just going to bend at the waist towards the plate. Remember that a lot of the stuff we're going to talk about in this video, I don't want you to go out and start doing on your own until I can be there and show you what I'm talking about. Just work on the foundational stuff and your exercises until we see each other again. But head okay, dropping a little bit, and I think that's just the fact that you think that we need to drop our weight, drop our mass to get down to the ball, but we actually want to bend at the waist and keep our legs the same. But we'll get into that when we get into our footwork. Okay, the other thing, okay, eyes actually look okay. Not perfect, but your eyes right here. Now the ball's leaving your bat. Okay, boom, that's where we've already hit it. Ball's leaving your bat, and you're a little out front. I'd like to see your eyes right here behind this barrel, your nose actually. So your nose behind this barrel a little bit better. So next time we work, that's what we're going to work on. What we were kind of working on that day is working on keeping your nose behind the barrel. So I hope you're doing pretty good with that. Okay, let's back you up. Then we're going to talk about, after vision, you get nose behind the barrel pretty well. Then we're going to start working on your footwork. So what we're looking at is if we had put a couple, say we didn't have our balls here, let's say these markers. So we want to gain some ground with those feet. Now the one thing is that we'll probably end up changing is, we're a little bit up. We got a little bit of an angle here with our back leg, but we have our weight resting back on that back leg in the beginning. So we're doing that whole go back to go forward dogma that most coaches teach, going back to go forward. What we're going to teach you to do is we're actually going to get you to shift that weight forward first. So right here, our weight's back on this back leg, and I'm going to get you a little bit more bend. We're going to land with the more soft leg in the front, and probably might end up narrowing up your stance just a little bit, just a bit, because we're a little wide, I think, for gaining some ground. But we'll start figuring out how to fall onto our front leg, and then which I call this front foot the gas pedal and the back foot the brake pedal. So we're going to push the gas a little bit more, learn how to do that, and then we're going to learn how to take our foot off the brake, which our back foot just tends to barely turn and puts a lot of stress on the inside of that knee. If we continue swinging like this into the higher levels, this ankle not allowing that knee to finish through is going to have some ACL issues or MCL issues. So we're going to allow that back leg to get through like it should. But that's one of the reasons why we're dropping down on that lower pitch to hit it. So we're going to teach you how to get that. Instead of leaving the brake pedal down, we're going to teach you how to pick it up and move it forward a little bit. Okay, your angle back is actually pretty good. You've got a lot of good stuff already. I mean, you're turning you're using your core for the most part, because you're turning your hips, and then that's turning your knee, and we're definitely not squishing the bug, because you're not, and that's a good thing, because you're not even turning over with that ankle. You're barely turning over. I think that's the most you turn over is right there. So that proves you're going hips, knee, ankle with your turns. Your torso is doing pretty good. We just got to allow it to fully finish. And the other thing is your upper half, which will probably end up correcting with the forward momentum, but our hands push back, we walk away from our hands, and our bat really opens up here, so we don't really get a lot of power with that. It's kind of like a dragging the bat through the zone, and that front arm stiffens up here, called bat drag. So it's a big handsy swing. We're doing a lot of good torso stuff, but we're just not adding any forward momentum, and it's making our hands have to take up the slack. But other than that, AJ, looking good, man. We've got lots of good stuff to deal with, and we'll do it to it and work hard, brother. We'll see you next time.